die every year due to lack of clean water. Clean water is not a luxury, but a basic human right. UKIM is working to end their suffering by providing clean and safe water. This Ramadan, make a difference. Provide clean and safe water with UKIM. For donations, call now or visit ukim.org.
Do you own a restaurant or takeaway? Cater Fair is an expert supplier of new and used commercial catering equipment. Visit caterfair.co.uk for quality equipment on sale at the lowest prices, or call us on 01733 310 115 or visit us at 11 Royce Road, Fengate, Peterborough.
If you want to learn about Islam and Muslims, stay tuned to Salam Radio 106.2
Good morning.
FM.
This is your host, Iram Shah, on another edition of Winning Women. How are you this morning? Hope you're well. We are on Winning Women, a show that champions women, inspiring women, women in business. I showcase a new guest every week so that you can be inspired and they get to share their story. So do follow me if you're not already. My name's Iram Shah. You can find me on Facebook. I'm also doing all things business, investment, finances, property. So you could follow me there, and let's get on with the show. And also you can join in. You can join in by texting us on 07411 191062, or you can call us on 01733 602 133. I would love to hear for you to say hi. If you're listening from your car radio, you can call in. If you're listening on Facebook or YouTube, you can comment on the live video. So do say hello, tell me where you're listening from, and send in any questions and any comments as well. Okay, so today's guest, this is so exciting. So today's guest is somebody local from Peterborough, and what she does is she helps inspiring mothers that are looking to get back into work. She helps transform them. So these are power mothers who are at home and now want to make that transition into working life, and this is what she does. So come and meet my guest on the waves. Her name's Jyoti. Hello, Jyoti. Are you with us?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Hello,
I'm
good
so
morning.
excited.
Yes,
I just couldn't wait.
This is really exciting, Jyoti. I'm ever so excited as well. And Jyoti, just before we start, you did say something really lovely, sentimental, and you had said that you wanted to dedicate this show to somebody special. Did you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, sure. It's my mother-in-law, Shanta Rajdev. She's the inspiration behind who I am today. She's given me so much knowledge, so much love, support. Sadly, she passed away 4 years ago, but I miss her every day.
Oh, how lovely.
And if she was here today, I know she would be my huge fan,
Yeah.
giving me support, the boost I need, but I know she's watching over me, and I want to pass the message to lots of moms who go through lots of different challenges in life, and I also experienced that challenge when I lost my mother-in-law. So please treasure your parents, grandparents. They're not there for life. So that's my one thing that I want to dedicate to all moms, all grandparents, this show. Yes, my mother-in-law will be really proud of me today. And let's get on.
Very good. Well, and I think it's also very admirable coming from a daughter-in-law. So that's really nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, lovely. So tell us.
She treated me like a daughter, sorry.
Oh.
She did treat me like a daughter. And that's the reason I am so successful, because I don't feel any different. I feel like I moved from one home to another home. And the support I got from my family, my 4 sister-in-laws, my husband, and my mother-in-law, the success really belongs to them and my 2 boys.
Oh, that's lovely. It's so true, though, Jyoti. Sometimes we don't realize it's actually the people around us that help us, in our good and bad times, help support us. So, So tell us a little bit more, Jyoti. Tell the people that are listening. Everyone would love to listen to hear a little bit more about your background. So tell us exactly a little bit more about how where you started from. So you're from a pharmaceutical background. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. So originally, I joined NatWest Bank West End branch in London when I was 16 years old. I started as a messenger. I worked my way the ladder, became manager's assistant. And then when I had my two sons, I had to leave my career, which was the hardest thing to do because I had to decide between priority of looking after my son or taking the option of continuing with the bank. And I knew my priorities, so I said, right, I'm going to look after my son, which means, I'll be at home. And then after balancing, having a change, being a mother, it took me a while it's like a shock to your system because all of a sudden your life, your career, everything changes. But I really felt that my mother-in-law was really supportive, and I was happy that she said I can work at my shop. So again, I didn't know anything about pharmacy, so I had to learn from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
I learned to be a medicine counter assistant. And then slowly, I did bookkeeping, and it was all a case of just adjusting to a new way of life,
Mm-hmm.
And it gave me a sense of self-worth because I was doing something just, on the side as well as looking after my family.
Yes. So you would, in this sector, the pharmaceutical sector, you've been working there for the last 28 years. Is that correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct. Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Setting up, helping your husband alongside him, setting up this practice. Now, some of the skills that you've mentioned that you brought into some of your contribution with things like bookkeeping. What other things that did you contribute that's helping you now?
Yes, so I contributed a lot towards looking after my staff because as a mother, I understood that we all have to have some sort of flexibility in the day to look after our children, family, elderly parents. So really, really understood, being a mom, how difficult it is for some moms to have that flexibility. So I had to introduce a rota system to work with my husband and our staff, so we had a kind of a team building spirit. And my husband soon realized that I had a lot of different ideas for the shop, and he said start putting them into the shop. So I really wanted my shop to work like, it's like it's part of the community.
Mm-hmm.
And so really I developed, the first side is to build the community in Peterborough.
Mm-hmm.
And I went around networking events, my local events, just to brand myself really, to say I'm Jyoti, I work at the pharmacy. My husband Dak is the pharmacist, and get people knowing us, because obviously it's all about marketing. If people don't know where you are, they're not going to come to you, and you need to build that relationship first. And through that process, I learned so much about people, and I'm fascinated with all different cultures, and I really have developed diverse community in Peterborough. And through that process, I realized some mums were really feeling that there's no courses for them to go to around children.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the idea came in, to do little workshops from my skills that I've earned over the almost 35 years.
Yes.
So I thought I'll put that into practice. But what I thought, I needed a certificate,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously I came from like a background where at school, you always have to have a certificate. So I did my own thinking, I must go and get this certificate. And I've been like doing all these courses, earning certificates, getting 100%. And then I realized at the end of the day, it's really the action you take. Learning can be there for life, but it's really the action you take in real. Mm-hmm. And you want to monetize that for people. So I started developing this thing that if I'm going to teach someone, they need to really develop a model where they're going to earn some money from it.
Yeah, so we'll go into a little bit more depth in just a moment, Jyoti. So just to recap, so you've come from the pharmaceutical sector, you've helped set up the family business, and a lot of the skills that you picked up, and you started identifying that you're very people orientated, which has really helped you, hasn't it? And yeah, and then do you think helping integrating yourself in the community in the pharmaceutical sector has now helped you with the work you're doing now? Do they recognize you from that background as well?
Yes, they do. Yeah, because when you go into the community, people ask you what you do, and you explain about your project, and you also say I'm medicine counter assistant. So it's kind of, you are promoting yourself in a way when you're talking to people. Even if you're going shopping or just going around, to your neighbors, you're actually saying what you do. But if you didn't have anything, you feel kind of saying, oh, I'm at home, I'm a mum. but you are doing so much more than that, you
That's
see.
right.
So that's the awareness I want to give today.
Yeah. So, and then you've taken all of these business skills and all the marketing skills that you've learned, and now you're helping you're helping mothers in particularly who want to. Tell me a little bit more about your customer avatar.
Yeah, so customer avatar is moms who've been at home for such a long time and they've been looking and caring for their family. It could be children or parents. And really, once the children have grown up or parents are no longer there, sadly, they do feel kind of lost, because their whole purpose has disappeared for that time. That at one point they were really doing something which meant something to them, and then all of a sudden it's gone away, and it causes a lot of mental health issues. So
Yes.
in order to really help people to even start doing this now, little bit at a time, is what I'm trying to encourage mums, that even if you have children, you can still do little short courses online to keep your skills up, because when the time comes when your children leave home, you will have these sad moments because you'll be missing them. But if you have something to do, like even a short course or something really meaningful to you, something that you're passionate about, then you can really start thinking at an early stage of your life rather than leaving it so late and then thinking I'm not good enough and I've lost my skills, I'm not confident, because it does, if being at home, you go into your comfort zone.
Yes, and that's quite interesting. So you try and work with these women, mothers, before they get to that stage where they
Yeah.
start feeling quite low in terms of self-esteem, etc. So you try and get them to sort of prepare them for when the children are, due to get busy in their lives. And
Yes,
how's
absolutely.
your skills as a mother of two children? How has that helped you?
Yes, because as a mom, you go through a lot of things with your children. You're always learning with them as well, because there's always these exams they're doing. There's always something like a sports day. Everything is focused around your children, and you are like part of earning skills. But we don't take that. We literally take everything for granted. So even if you're teaching your children cooking skills, even house, like ironing or cleaning, they're all life skills which helps them get organized for later on. So once you start developing these patterns for your children, once you start delegating to your children to say, yes, I do need the help, they will become so much better when they leave home, because at university they'll be doing all this on their own. So what I try to say to moms is give them little jobs in the house. I know we spoil them. I used to spoil my children, my boys, but I realized that they will need the skills when they're at university. So in the summer holidays is when I really felt there's no exams, so no excuses. Let's delegate few things to them. And by doing that, you learn so much about your children. You start developing a bond, and it all helps for future.
It does, yes, and I think we have a responsibility towards our children in helping them, preparing them for life beyond motherhood. Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And moms are the best people to do that, because they have time on their hands. So whilst you're doing your other jobs, in the house, these are the things to look out for in the summer holidays. You can train them to be an entrepreneur, really give them a little bit of support and say, right, we're going to sell lemonade or something, and let's see how much profit you make. And simple things, let's sell cakes and see how much profit you make. Just teach them a little bit of entrepreneurial skills that will go a long way. Even saving money, if you just get a book and say, look, let's see how much help you're giving me around the house. I'll contribute for that. And then you teach them how much money they've got left behind, how much money they've spent on their favorite toys. All those skills will really help them later on.
Yeah, and also just taking about Jyoti, during your time setting up your business in the pharmaceutical sector, you would as well as bringing up children. How old are your children now, Jyoti?
Yes, so my son Kishan is 28 and
Okay.
my son Amrish is 25.
Oh, so independent now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you were also a busy carer as well, weren't you? Tell us about that.
That's correct.
Yeah. And tell us how you were managing. What tips would you give to manage your role as a mother, as a carer, and running that family business? What tips would you give?
Yeah, so the tips I can really give is, if you're a mom and you're looking after your elderly a parent, or someone who's disabled, obviously you're going to work around their pattern. And so when they're resting, and I've had my rest, afterwards I feel like, yes, I've got a bit more, half an hour, let me go online and study something. And I would just spend really 10-15 minutes studying, say, for example, like confidence building or a CV. What is a CV? How do I make one if I have to go back to work? Something so simple that will only take me 10-15 minutes. And then slowly, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. I got so into little courses that I started developing, passion for other things like marketing, sales, and you start learning that there's so much more out there, and you don't have to even pay for courses. You can go on YouTube.
That's right.
You type anything, and you will be able to successfully learn from lecturers. You can even do like a mini MBA program free of charge on on YouTube. You don't have to have finance to do it, and that's what I want to teach people. That we get so worked about being a mother and not having the finance that we, because we're not working. So these are ways that I developed thinking, if I can't, if I'm earning only this much, I can't afford that course, or I can't afford the time, but I have to find the time, and I have to find a way to actually do the course. So really, I just developed that there's YouTube, why not use YouTube to learn?
Yeah, or volunteer as well. Volunteering.
That's right.
A great way as well.
I did volunteer to Sue Ryder for 10 years. So that was like two hours a week on a Tuesday afternoon. And that gave me so much learning, because at Sue Ryder, I did complementary therapy. So obviously I had to get my qualification on complementary therapy, which took me 1 year study, 9 to 5. And I did that through with the two sons and my mother-in-law. So if I can do it, anyone can do it.
And I think that's very, very inspiring. You're right, because people create obstacles. So I think in any line of work, we create obstacles. We say we can't do such and such because of such and such. But it's nice when we see, somebody like yourself in practice who's been there, done that, and now you're helping other people do exactly the same. So your journey into all these small courses and things, this then led you on to building your own skills so that you could better help other people as well. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes. So what happened was I joined LinkedIn, a professional network.
Right.
I honestly didn't know how to work LinkedIn, so I was just experimenting. And then I love the program Dragon's Den, so I used to watch Dragon's Den, The Apprentice, and they were really my favorite program. And I came across James Caan, and I found him so inspirational. Started following him on LinkedIn, then Sir Richard Branson on LinkedIn, and really that's how I got my knowledge of entrepreneurship, because by following these top leaders, I started learning from them. Even though I'm at home, I'm still learning on their blogs. And so I entered their competitions, ended up, winning James Caan's signed copy. Then I ended up at WOM 2018 as a finalist, semi-finalist, nearly there, but not quite there.
Semi-finalist.
And I realized
to
my idea of helping moms, and I realized that I have got an idea. It's not just something on paper. And so obviously I was Holly Branson and the team with Holly Branson had to ask me the question saying, why do you want to do this? Why isn't there a payment model? And then I explained to them that moms who don't work, I have this financial barrier, and I want them to quickly start learning that there are other ways of doing courses. But if I put price on it, they might not come to me initially, but later on I will have a structure where I can charge high, I can have a high ticket and I can have a low ticket. But I want moms especially to start, thinking they can do it. So obviously, if I'm just like an avatar, like that's the persona of mom. I'm a mom. I know I can understand their challenges. So that's the reason I'm offering this service. And they found that that's the first time they've had a model where there was no money involved, and they even found that fascinating. So when I sort of got feedback from them, they said I've got to develop that model into have a monetary value in it, and I understand that. So slowly I'm working towards that model too. But in that process, I learned so much. I thought if I had a monetary value, I would have not learned all this on my own.
Yes,
because I would have stopped somewhere with the finance or the amount of money would have stopped me learning. And so what it taught me was that because there's no, there's no pressure for me to ask for money, I learned so much from the mentees. They gave me the knowledge which now can transform people. That takes time. It sometimes takes 30 hours of training or 40 hours of training to actually learn, how you can transform somebody.
Yeah.
And now imagine paying that. That would be, for that person, would be out of reach. Yeah.
So for you, the core value is providing the service of, giving and helping people, helping mothers transform their lives into one that they're a more fulfilling life. And
so exactly. If they're passionate about cooking, they can become the top chef of their own community or anything they put the goals to. It is possible for them to become a top chef, like any programs that we see on television. It is possible for them to become a top artist. It is possible for them to become a top musician. It's all practice. There's no secret. I've been looking for this secret, thinking, what's the secret? The secret is hard work, master your craft, believe in it, have the passion. And when you put like a consistency as your key thing, every day you're doing the same stuff, you're improving every day. It's like a marathon runner. Then they're not going to do 26 miles in one day. They've been training for such a long time to break a record under 3 hours, or they always trying to break their record. And I've been doing the same as a mother. I've been training myself for the last 5 years, just so I can become the top of my own plan. I'm really competing with myself. So what I can say to people, be the best version of yourself. Don't compare your life to anyone around you, because that's what gives you the barriers.
Yes. And
sorry.
No, go on.
So basically, what you're trying to do is you're trying to prove to yourself that you can be the top. And by winning the awards, like Customer Care Award gave me the strength that if you believe in yourself enough, even if no one believes around you, don't worry, because you just need the self-belief. That's the key thing to success, is your self-belief. If you believe in yourself, then others will believe in you.
Yes. Yeah, I love that. And how did these awards, you tell us a little bit more about James Khan's competition that you joined in as well. How did that help boost your confidence and belief that you can pursue this as as almost a career?
Yes, because by following his blogs, I realized that he said it's all about people. He buys from really the trust is about the people are the brand really, and then that's what made me change my thinking, because I used to think the brand is the company. But then when I started learning from him, he said no, it's really the people. People behind the company, they are the brand. So he buys into that, and then and even one section where he said customer services are just as important as anyone else. I've been customer service for about 30 years. So then it started transforming my mind, thinking, oh, I've got something here. I've been doing customer service for 30 years, but I've taken it for granted. So really, when little things like that from these top influence can really trigger and transform you. And all I needed was some sort of permission that I can do this, and I think sometimes we need some sort of permission only because we were trained like that at school.
Yeah, recognition.
I've not been to university, and I now realize there is your patterns develop at school, and because we trained in such a way that they haven't got the entrepreneurial thinking at school. So now I'm really, really so keen to make people entrepreneurial, saying, when you were thinking, can I do this? And someone will say, no, it doesn't make sense. But that's their belief, not yours. And then I started learning about brain patterns. Obviously, I've been doing the same thing for so long that it becomes part of you. And now I'm trying to break that habit, and it's so hard because you've been doing the same thing all the time. So what you have to do is try and do different things. Try and, let your mind, even if you're taking the same route, try and change that route. If you're going for a walk on the same route, try and change the walking route, because that will break your habits a little bit.
So you're always in the habit of changing ways, changing the way, yeah.
Because you become back into your comfort zone. So what you have to do is, if you're going to start your walking goals, I started with like, okay, I'll only do, with my husband, I said, I'll only do 1 mile. And then he said, no, let's do a bit more. And I used to find it really hard. I said, oh, I don't think I can do 2 miles. And slowly he pushed me. And I think you need someone who you're accountable to.
Yeah.
Your husband, someone, friend, you can go and they can motivate you. So sometimes you do need that motivation, and the inspiration really comes from someone who's got a lot of energy. You want to be with people who are positive. So you want, really, every day you should be thinking, I want to surround myself with 5 positive people, because life will have lots of curveballs. So you want to try and meet those 5 positive people. If you can't find them, then follow the influencers, because they will give you the positivity through their blogs. They've all been through this, and they only become successful because they keep working and improving on themselves. There's no real secret. The secret is work on yourself, believe in yourself, and then people will believe in you. So if you have a product and you believe in that product, then people will believe in your product, because you've got the passion to express, what it does, what the benefits it gives. If you didn't believe in something and you had to sell that product, you will not get the sales.
That's right. So I'm loving this. So we've had a message from Makwana Bhagwati. Thank you, Makwana, for your message. She says, absolutely very inspirational, Jyoti. She's also said definitely self-belief is the start of our own progress. So she reinforces what you've said there, Jyoti. We're going to go on a break. When we come back from our break, we're going to go a little bit more in depth into the workshops Jyoti offers, some examples of the ladies and the mothers that Jyoti has helped, how she's transformed them. We'll learn also how you can follow Jyoti as well. Jyoti, you can let us know, in fact, now where can they find you online?
Yeah. Yes, I'm everywhere. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, and it's all under Jyoti's Workshop. And if you type in Google Jyoti's Workshop, and you'll find a lot about me. Okay,
we're just going on a break, and we'll come back into that. And see you later. Bye-bye.
Lovely. Thank you.
Stay tuned to Salam Radio after this short ad break.
Everyone can now get free rapid COVID-19 tests twice a week. They show your results within 30 minutes. They also show you're doing what you can to protect your loved ones, your friends, your workmates, and that you want to keep life moving again. Around 1 in 3 people who have COVID-19 have no symptoms and are spreading it without knowing. That could be a friend, a relative, a workmate. It could even be you. Rapid tests are easy to get from nhs.uk/get tested. Let's take this next step safely.
Looking to improve your living space? Plan your dream home with AB Joinery Kitchens and Bedrooms. We design, manufacture and install your perfect kitchen or bedroom to your personal space and taste, with clever storage utilising every inch. We pride ourselves on our exquisite attention to detail. Let AB Joinery Kitchens and Bedrooms plan your perfectly tailored space fitted around you. We also offer bespoke services for understairs storage, TV units and feature walls, all designed and manufactured by us. Call us now on 01733 686 767 or visit abjkitchensandbedrooms.co.uk. Open to the trade and public. AB Joinery Kitchens and Bedrooms, Unit 3 Brassey Close, Peterborough, PE1 2AZ. Plan your dream home with us. abjkitchensandbedrooms.co.uk.
Bowel cancer screening saves lives. The NHS sends everyone aged 60 to 74 a free home testing kit every 2 years. Using this test is easy and hygienic. Ask your parents and grandparents whether they have completed their screening kit. Find out more by visiting Cambridgeshire and Peterborough ccg.nhs.uk and searching bowel cancer.
Do you own a restaurant or takeaway? Cater Fair is an expert supplier of new and used commercial catering equipment. Visit caterfair.co.uk for quality equipment on sale at the lowest prices, or call us on 01733 310 115 or visit us at 11 Royce Road, Fengate, Peterborough.
Desi Restaurant is open, so why not order now for your family meal tonight? We've got fish pakora, chicken pakora, charga steamed chicken, lamb and vegetable samosas, biryani, pizza, faluda, jalebi, gulab jamun, samosa chaat, fresh chicken and lamb handi, lahori channa and much more. We've got it all at Desi Restaurant. Special offer, Niari Opaya with 1 naan or roti only £6. Special lunchtime offer from noon to 4 p.m. Chicken or lamb curry and 2 roti only £6. Mixed veg curry or tarka dal and 2 roti only £5. Order now at desirestaurantonline.com and pay online safely, or call us on 01733 555 795. Delivery available, or you can collect for a 10% discount. 298 Lincoln Road, Peterborough, PE1 2ND. Desi Restaurant, the trusted family favourite in Peterborough.
In the heart of Cambridgeshire, this is Salam Radio.
Hello, this is your host Iram Shah on another edition of Winning Women. We have a show where we're championing inspiring women, and today we have an amazing guest, Jyoti. Hello, Jyoti. And
Hello.
Jyoti, hi. Just before the break, we were talking to Jyoti about how she started in the pharmaceutical sector, ran a family business, and using all those skills is now helping women, especially mothers who want to come back into business. And Jyoti is using all her skills, all her recognition, all her awards acclaimed from James Khan, and you mentioned Service Care Award, was that correct, Jyoti?
Yes, Customer Service Care
Customer
Award,
Service
which I got for
Award.
the pharmacy customer service that
Yes.
I've been doing. And also, Ryder normally gives us like 5-year service awards to because we've done the service, and 10-year awards, they give us that. So that gives me all the to show people that you can be a volunteer and still earn an award, so please, don't feel
I've done that too,
skills.
actually. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've done that with, I think it was, I did it with Duke of Edinburgh. I think it was Duke of Edinburgh Awards. A long time ago, of course. But yeah,
but
you
they're all
can.
skills. They're all your skills. You've got bag of skills we
Yes.
sometimes hide away and you've forgotten them.
Yes.
But really, they're the ones you should ignite them back and help people, and then even start even little things. And I think that's what I'm all about.
Yes.
Everybody has transferable skills. If someone says to me, I haven't got skills, I'll say, no, let's think about you. You've got customer service skills. You've got, even working in a bar, you've got memory skills, because you have to remember so much. You have to write everything down of each person taking the order. Each person has a purpose. Even a postman has a purpose.
Of
Because
course.
if you didn't get, your Amazon delivery, how upset would you be? They're making a difference to you, but you've got to treat each person with respect and learn from them. I think that's the key. If you learn from each individual that you meet every day, see what their journey is, see how they're doing their craft, you can pick up so many golden nuggets.
Yeah, I totally agree. Now, just to remind people, Jyoti, so if you're listening on your car radio or anywhere on the website, you can call us on 01733 602 133, or you can text us on 074 1119 1062. If you're listening on Facebook or YouTube, you can comment live on the video, on the live stream, say hello, tell us where you're listening from. Have you got any questions? Let us know, provide your feedback. I'm sorry, I think the names appear different on the messages. Sorry, Bhagwati. It's Bhagwati who messaged earlier, and she's loving the show. And we've also got Jyoti with us. Jyoti, just tell us, spell your name and let people know how they can find you online.
Yes, sure. My spelling is Jyoti, Jyoti, and then my surname is Rajdev, R for Robert, A for Apple, J for John, Raj, and then Dev, D-E-V, Rajdev. And my workshop is spelled differently to make it easier for pronunciation, so it's Jyoti, Jyotty apostrophe S, workshops, Jyoti's workshops.
Yeah, and I'll link it on my Facebook later as well. So if you missed
sure.
that,
Thank
then
you.
you can pick up on that for sure. So so these workshops. So you're predominantly the model that you provide is you run workshops on a monthly basis. Is that correct?
On the monthly basis, because I'm working at my pharmacy at the moment, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to obviously do this like a side project, like a side, passion that I have. So yeah, once a month at Alia Future Building in Peterborough, which is next to the football stadium. We're actually in the building of that football stadium,
Yeah.
London Road.
Mm-hmm.
And on the 19th of July, if you want to come at 11 o'clock, all mums, please come. It's free. You can come and meet me, and I can do little consultations with you to see what you need, and give you little breakthroughs. So that way you can get to know me. And then if you feel like, you really enjoy that session, you can come again next month. And I'm trying to develop a model that will just mean that I might just need a little contribution from you, and it won't be something that, it will be affordable. It won't be anything so expensive. You're getting like £1,000 worth of almost, value at such a just really at a minute cost, because I need to hire the room out, I need to hire the facilities out, so that's what you're paying for. But it won't be, something out of your reach. So 19th of July is when I'm going to, get a first cohort of mums who are listening to me right now, and you will have a community of like-minded friends, and then that will also support you into your journey of building either a business or going back into work, and I've got lots of helpers. I've got lots of helpers in my team, and they have different skills, and they're always happy to help as well. So yeah, I've got lots of volunteers in my team who are really, really supportive, and that's what gives me this self-belief as well, because they're there to support me all the time, and I feel because of them I owe this to community. And that's what keeps me going.
Yeah, and so Jyoti, the structure of the workshops are that they run on a monthly basis. They're like a mastermind session, is that correct? Where you
First I do first hour is workshop. The reason I call workshop is because we need to work on ourselves, so it's workshop. And the next hour is mastermind, where everyone can bring a little challenge that they've experienced in. It could be challenge finding a job, challenge knowing what to start as a business, any challenges, then we go around the room. So all the moms are the masterminders, and they have the different skill set, they have different knowledge. So what we do is share that knowledge, and through that process, everyone learns something from one another. And that's what it's like a mastermind. Mastermind is just brainstorming the ideas. And so people have different ideas, different perspectives, and you've got to respect each perspective. It doesn't mean you have to take that on board. It just gives you another outlook to look at it from a different angle. So if you're sitting in a room, everyone has different views, different opinions. Everyone should just respect and learn from that. You don't have to necessarily say, I'm going to use that, but it's just a case of learning another angle. And that's what mastermind is about. You learn so much through that process.
And Jyoti, you've also collaborated with guest speakers. Now, this is something you've done, using your own savings, which was really, really commendable. I mean, just so fascinating. You said this is something you've done. Tell us a little bit more about that, please.
Yes, sure. So I wanted to learn a bit more about LinkedIn. And obviously, Christian Downer, he was so good. He said, I can help you. And I said, I want to inspire so many people on LinkedIn, because I know LinkedIn is tool for professional network, but I haven't got really an idea, the depth, how can it help people. So he actually did a training for us. And we had a hybrid training. So that was like people in person and then people online. So he actually set it all up for me. I now felt really happy, because I was not just teaching myself, but another 66 people, in total, giving that little training. So it was going not just to the people in the Alia Center, but also on Zoom. And that really helped me think that there are so many ways I can do these workshops, and there are guest speakers who don't charge me a fee. They come and give bundles of their knowledge and their value. And some people do actually take one-to-ones with them. So, it's like finding the right person. If they find the right person, then they trust you. That's another way of them doing coaching further up. There's so many things that came out of that training. And I started learning that even inviting guest speakers with their knowledge, they can bounce off so much to my group.
That's really and it's really good. Now, so you found, Jyoti, in our conversations, you've said to me that as the guest speakers were coming in, all your mentees were, had been equipped with the knowledge that they're required to move forward. But then you actually identified that there was a little bit of a problem executing. So how did you help your mentees there?
Yes, so I started noticing that, yes, we had guest speakers giving us knowledge, but I realized that they weren't taking the action. The knowledge was there. They found the feedback really good. They even bought things from the guest speakers, but to actually do the steps, I think that's what they found hard. It's like they needed a roadmap, and that's when I realized that I need to do little worksheets and give them little courses myself. So recently I did a time management course, but I actually changed it on the day to say it's really self-management, because we can't really manage that. We have to go around our timetable to the day we have. So I actually taught them that if you start doing these urgent tasks first, then important tasks every day first, then that will make you feel so good that you will feel you've done your main job, and then you can concentrate on less important tasks. And then I showed them how they can structure that. And to make it fun, I use the phrase "eat that frog," and that's from Brian Tracy. I read his book, and I got the idea that that's all it is. It's basically doing the urgent task first, and then doing the next task. But if you haven't done that, you can't move forward. And then I taught them the A, B, C, D, E method. So A is really like do the task first. B is the most important. C is okay. You might be meeting a friend for lunch, but is there going to be consequences if you reschedule that? No, there's not going to be any problems. But if you didn't do the A task, yes, there's going to be consequences. If you're meeting a client, or if you're trying to meet an investor and you haven't turned up on time, that's going to be a huge consequence on yourself. So showing up on time, showing up to your meetings, that's your A task. And then you have to work around like that. And a D is for delegations in the family. Can you delegate certain duties that is stopping you to do your main duties? E is eliminate Netflix for the moment.
The phone. I think we should eliminate the phone and scrolling.
Eliminate social media for the moment, because that way you can actually do your tasks first. That will help you get through the day. And really, it's just making them aware that time is so important. Each minute to me is so important, and that's how coaches value their time. So if the coaches are saying I charge £1,000, 17,000, there is a reason behind it. There's a big reason why they're charging that fee, because it's taken them a lot of preparation to make a transformation for people. So what I'm teaching everyone, you can also become a coach. You can also become a teacher, an educator through your passion. And it's so easy. It's not difficult, and you don't need a certificate.
Yeah, and we've just had another message. So Nitesh has messaged to say hello. Hi, I'm Nitesh. Thank you so much for messaging in. I hope you're enjoying the show. We have another 15-20 minutes left on the show. Do send your messages in. If you're on the live stream on Facebook or YouTube, you can say hello, tell me where you're listening from. Or you can call us on 01733 602 133. We are learning about the kind of workshops that Jyoti sets up for her mothers. We've had one on self-management, time management, valuing time. You also help the mothers in the first part of the workshop. You've mentioned that you talk through the challenges that the mothers are facing. So my understanding is, Jyoti, that some might want to go into business, but then others may actually choose to just turn their passion into a business, and others might just decide they want to go down the employed route. So tell us a little bit more how you help on all those three different paths.
Yeah, sure. So the moms who I'll give you an example. Emma does. She had the idea. She came to my workshop and she shared the idea, saying, "I want to do these bath balls with crystals inside, and I know how to do them." And then we all went around the room and gave our feedback. And she really got inspiration saying, I can do this, and she started doing that. And everyone, she even gave us samples. So we all tried it and we gave her feedback, testimonials. And, to see Emma grow like that just gave me the knowledge that, if you inspire, just even that little workshop has become an inspiration for her. And she attends all of my workshops, to learn a bit more. How do I take that forward? And then she's got a lot of help, she's got help from different people, and she's going out there. So now she's got like 4 shops. She's so happy in Peterborough, keeps her bath bowls with crystals inside, and Hunstanton. So, just to give her that boost that you can do it, and look where she's going. And now she's making candles.
Oh, that's lovely.
Who knows what Emma will come up with next.
Exactly.
And so Emma's one good example. Madhu, she was an artist. We studied art together at City College, and I bought her paintings all the time because I loved it. But I felt that she had something that was holding her back. And then once I took her to meet digital people in Peterborough, she did a presentation in front of these digital people with digital art. And now she's doing open studios. She doesn't need the workshop because now she knows what she's doing. She has her own plan, her own goals. And that's my job done, really, because if they need the help, they'll come back to me.
That is
and I'm there all the time. I offered that service. I said, just because you came to my workshop once or twice doesn't mean you can't come again. you know, I want you to work. I want you to work on your business, and then you can come if you have time, because idea is that now you're showing the world that this is who you are, this is what you do, this is your passion, and now you're turning into business. You know, when you can make that money, I will be so happy for you, you know, because that's my goal. It's once it's monetized into a proper structure and they actually getting some payment rewards, for their work, that is my job done.
And Jyoti,
same with jobs.
And Jyoti, these are just the two names that you've mentioned. How many women have you personally helped transform in this way?
In the 5 years, I've helped 35 women.
That's amazing. Absolutely beautiful.
Personally helped.
And I have said to you, wouldn't it be lovely, listeners, if you could message in, and if you'd love to have these women on the radio, do message me, let me know. And I've offered that, extended that to you as well, Jyoti, to tell you that it would be great to hear some of these women that you've helped, their stories, give them a place to champion, to give them a platform to share their stories. Because this is what this show is about, championing other women. So really nice. You've also what's your future looking? How are you hoping to, expand yourself? Or
yes. So my expansion is going to be like, I'm going to create different structures for different type of payment structures. So I'm going to have like a monthly membership where I will be doing these workshops. And it will be like a cost of like £25 a month. And then I will move that and I'll also have high ticket price for one-to-ones, where the money I raise from that will support these workshops at Alia. So I've got like 3 different tier system going on. So it will depend on my audience. Once I explain to the audience that I'm working one-to-one with, and they're happy to pay the price, I will be saying 20% of that money will go into my workshops, because I want to show people that you don't have to rely on anyone to create a model. You can actually do it from your own thinking, and by working with lots of mentors and getting their feedback. This was one solution I found, that I can do it myself. I don't really need to worry about a grant or go and get money from, because by getting a grant, you're only going to burn the money. You want to create a model which is going to be sustainable, where you're actually getting you've done the product, someone's buying your product, and then they're coming back to you for it. Yeah? So you want to create a sustainable model. It doesn't matter if it's not for profit, if it's for business. You still need to make money. Even if you're a charity, you still need to make money to run, because how else are you going to have a team? How else are you going to hire marketing to do your marketing? Because part of business is delegation. By delegating certain jobs like virtual assistant or marketing, that takes a lot of pressure off you. So you have to develop. You start small, but eventually, to grow big, you will need a team of people to make you a successful entrepreneur.
Yes.
Because once you have a business, you have the teams in place, you have the structure in place, you have a sales officer, marketing, you could have an in-house person doing it all, or you can outsource. It's all up to your thinking, really, in how you feel best. You are your own boss. When you're actually setting up a company, you are the director, you are the CEO. There's no one looking after you. You're actually looking after yourself. So self-care, self-education is so important. And that's how I find motivation. By learning from others, I get that knowledge. And that's all it is. It's to be successful entrepreneur, you want to create a business that will be scaled up, and then eventually you want to actually sell the business. So you have to have the exit plan as well. When you're starting, you've got to also think the end goal, that one day I want to sell this business and I want to be like, all the other companies and be recognized for it. So yeah, you have to have all these structures, and it doesn't happen overnight. It's a step-by-step process.
Jyoti, so you really help your the women that you work with from the outset right to the end, help them with the exit strategy as well. That is, yeah. So I think, and some of the challenge, I think you're so right. I mean, I've come to a point where I really need to expand. So we're meeting later, aren't we, to talk about this?
Sure.
So I'm really, really looking forward to our discussion. So I will keep you informed as well, listeners, on my Facebook page. Jyoti, just remind people, how can they find you online?
Yes, so online, I'm on the website www.jyotisworkshop.co.uk, and if you type my name, Jyoti Rajdev, my name will pop up everywhere, so it'll be easy for you to find on Google, and I'm there with the awards and everything. It will pop up, so it's so easy to find me. And I'm on Facebook as well, so you can connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm everywhere.
And Jyoti, how important has social media been for your business?
Very important, because social media is like your billboard. It doesn't cost you money, it costs you time, but at least you can. Nowadays, it's so easy. Otherwise, to advertise and everything costs so much money. But if you use it really wisely, where you really need to. So basically, you use it where your audience are hanging out. I know my moms are on Facebook, so I tend to engage with other Facebook groups, do my engagement on other moms, and that's how you build your relationship, because you need to be where your audience are hanging out. I know moms don't hang out on LinkedIn, so LinkedIn is for my professional people that are hired as guest speakers. So I use that for my guest speaking. LinkedIn is for my guest speakers. Facebook is for my moms. Twitter and other bits are for everyone, who just for my branding. It's just like getting your name out there. It's not going to always bring the business. It's just branding.
Yeah.
So it really is. You are actually saying to people, this is what I do. I'm helping moms. I have the knowledge. I have the skills. Would you like to come and work with me? But you need to develop by nurturing your clients. It's like a journey. You've got to build that trust. It takes time. No one will buy straight away, but slowly people buy into you, because if you trust, if you show the trust, it's like know, like, and trust. Once you get that formula right, then it becomes a funnel, and that's another thing I'll be teaching moms, what the funnel is about.
That would be amazing. Now, we've had Jazz Beard, who's messaged in to say Jyoti's workshop are amazing. Will this be
thank you.
Yeah, and she said, will this be recorded? Yes, it will be available on a replay on both Facebook and YouTube, and at a later date there will also be a podcast coming, so we'll watch this space. So we're really looking forward to this. Now, Jyoti, what would you say? A lot of people that are listening on Facebook and YouTube, they may not be local to Peterborough, but are still interested in what you have to offer. So what would you say to people that are not local to Peterborough? How can they how can you help them from far?
All they have to do is send me a message on Facebook Messenger, and I can arrange a consultation with them, free consultation for 30 minutes. And I can also do online work. So it's not, I'm not afraid of online work. I can do online work. But at the moment, because I wanted to start helping moms, that is my main goal at this moment. And hopefully later, when I get a team built up, I will be able to help more people online.
Brilliant. So if you are a mother and listening in, or if you have a powerful mother that you know of and you think they could do with some help from Jyoti, it doesn't matter if you're not local to Peterborough. You can message Jyoti direct. Jyoti's telephone number is available as well, on contact details are available on Facebook as well, and you can contact her direct, and like you said, you can offer this great consultation. This is so valuable, Jyoti. One of the things that I've noticed that you touched on a few times was working with children. Is this something that you'd probably feel that you might expand into as well?
Yeah, working with children is great. I mean, I would love to do, if I had extra pair of hands, I would really teach them the money management skills. So what I'm going to try and develop is, once I get time into structuring some modules, I will look into that for future, where I can do little courses for children where they manage their money, because that is such an important part of life. And what I'll be teaching mums as part of my workshop is this skill where they can actually help their children manage money, because I know I don't have the resources and time now, but even if I put that little bit in my workshop, mums can help their children that way.
Yes, you've said that you were helping your mothers. Some of the mothers were able to utilize the skills that you've taught them, and now able to then teach their children. That's amazing.
Yeah, and that comes from my banking knowledge, because I found I used to give little tips to clear their overdraft very quickly, because I didn't like the idea that they had to pay interest on the overdraft, because I'm so honest, and I kept saying, please clear your overdraft now. And they said, how? And I said, right, sell your stuff on eBay. And I used to give them tips, and they said, oh, I didn't even think of that, and little tips sometimes, it will save them huge amount of money.
Fabulous.
People just need that knowledge. So doesn't matter. Even if you give them little knowledge like that, you will think, oh, that's such a simple thing.
Yes.
How come they didn't think of that? That's because they're so worried about the debt.
Yes. Jyoti, we're only on our last 30 seconds. Thank you so much. Jyoti is impacting mothers. Do get in touch with her to find out about her workshop, her consultation, the services she's due to offer. I'm due to meet her later, and I will update my Facebook page as well and tell you how that meeting's gone on. And do follow me as well, Iram Shah, on Facebook and LinkedIn. Thank you so much for listening. We're off next week, summer break, but we'll be back the week after. Thank you, Jyoti. Bye-bye.